Today on The Real, on Girl Chat, does a mixed relationship give you the right to joke about race?
If your wife is angry, it's not because she's black, it's because you made a stupid joke. That's why she's angry.
And
someone's gonna get a spanking.
Everybody knows the good key to a spank is you spank and rub.
yes, then it's a fit and fabulous day at The Real as we welcome Jillian Michaels.
You get attacked, if you don't bounce back, you can't win.
And are you mental or parental? We got the answer.
But if he's just being lazy.
Right. Plus, Mel B steps into The Real's kitchen.
With her husband.
I am bad. I don't cook because I don't need to cook, because you cook.
On The Real.
Just woke us up. We don't need this. Did. Well, you guys, we are having so much fun all week with our amazing guest co-host, Mel B.
You're awesome.
Did you guys check out her pants when she walked out?
Yes,
She is
they're
ready
so
for a
sparkly.
good time.
Sparkle it up, baby.
Are you
Like it.
I am having fun.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm going to learn that accent by the end of this week. All right, so Mel, you've been on NBC's hit show, America's Got Talent. I love that show. I can't believe it's been 5 years.
I can't believe it's been 5 years. It seems
my
like
God.
yesterday.
Wow.
I mean, this show is so much fun to be on. I get the best seat in the house. I get to be entertained for hours on end. Watching people make fools of themselves. Watching people cry, laugh. It's brilliant.
What's it like?
Brilliant.
Obviously, Nick Cannon is on the show, Heidi Klum, everybody. What's it like? What's your cast like there?
You know what? It's like family. It's like this.
I love
Really?
it.
Yeah, it really is. It's so comfortable.
Yeah.
Everybody's so lovely, from the crew to everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think that's very, very
Okay, I've always wanted to ask you this because you see so much great talent.
Yeah.
Has there ever been a runner-up that you thought should have won?
You know, I'm a bit of a sucker because I think everybody deserves to win.
Right.
I think it's unfair that only one person wins. But you know what? Actually getting on the show, you get so exposed that you have a really fruitful career no matter what.
That is
So
true.
there are winners in
That is
my
true.
eyes.
That's true. If you manage it right, you can get something.
It's a win-win situation.
I always tell people, because I was in Star Search and I didn't win Star Search. But you don't remember who beat me because I'm on TV and they're not.
There you go.
No shade.
You're in good
That
company. Beyonce didn't win Star Search.
Exactly.
Beyonce didn't
So,
win.
all the way.
I auditioned and I didn't even make it on Star Search.
Oh, well, dang. Well, you, and
My
then you
sister
had a
And then T and I got
Ed
sister
McMahon
sister.
didn't pick you guys?
My sister and I, no, he did not. He did not. My sister and I did like a little fun little dance routine. We didn't even make it. But look at us now.
Hey,
Never give up.
And actually, those experiences, it really depends on your attitude right after that happens, too. Because you could take it and be like, oh, man, I wasn't meant for this. Forget it. Phooey, throw everything out the window. Or you can take it and go, no, you know what? God didn't say no. God said not now.
Yes, very true. Very true. I love that saying.
Not no, just not now.
Well, speaking of success, the movie Hidden Figures, not Hidden Fences, Hidden Figures.
Had to.
A film about African-American women in the early days of the space program came in #1 at the box office this past weekend. Yes. Now, the film stars Janelle Monáe, Octavia Spencer, and the great Taraji P. Henson. And Taraji even spoke out on her Instagram about coming in #1 at the box office. She said, and I quote, "I have been told my entire career black women can't open films domestically or internationally.
Wow.
Well, anything is possible. Most importantly, this proves that people like good material. It has nothing to do with gender or race."
I love it.
Right on, girl.
I love it.
I'm a former woman of STEM, that's science, technology, engineering, and math. And for this to be a movie based on women in STEM, it's long overdue.
Yeah.
I mean, because these women have been doing so many great things. And it's not only black women that are in the movie, they're just women in general. Because what people don't realize back then, they only wanted women to do the calculations, because that was supposed to be woman's work. And the men were supposed to do the engineering part of it. So that's the reason why you had those women that came in there.
Wow.
So if it wasn't for these women, John Glenn wouldn't have never gotten to the moon.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, John Glenn orbited the Earth, okay? Buzz got to the moon, okay? But that because of those calculations and things like that, this would have never happened because of those women. So it's a great movie to go see.
It is.
It really, really is.
It is awesome.
Oh my God.
I know for me, after I watched it, I just felt so empowered because the whole motto of the film is believing in yourself even when the odds are against you.
Right.
And that's what they did.
Yes.
And I love that they band
Yes.
together. And the cast was absolutely phenomenal. Their chemistry is seamless. It's like butter. It feels as if they knew each other, you know, for years. So congratulations to you guys.
Yeah.
I also just want to remind everyone to tune into The Real this Friday. I actually got the chance to sit down and interview Taraji for the show. I'm so happy. I'm so happy she came by. It was amazing. She is awesome. She's one of those people, because I've known her, you guys, for over 20 years. She was on Sister Sister back in the day, and it was just great to be able to catch up with her. We hadn't seen each other in a long time. But what I loved about her is she's the same person as she was when I met her over 20 years ago. Hollywood did not change her in a negative way. If anything, I told her she changed Hollywood. She impacted it in such a powerful, inspirational, and positive way. She is very wise, you guys. So
you know,
I had a lot of fun
interviewed
interviewing
her as well for my radio show, Cafe Mocha Radio. She always supports us.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And Octavia, I've been knowing Octavia Spencer for so long. And for these women to have this type of movie and for it to be #1, they've been working so hard that they're finally getting recognition. For Octavia to be the Oscar winner, it's just great. We can talk about this one all day, but we're going to move on.
But up next, you guys, Veronica Wells, a writer at Madame Noir, recently wrote an article that posed the question, you guys. If you're married to a black woman, does that mean that you get to make stereotypical black jokes?
Okay, this is interesting.
All right. Well, the article was written in response to a recent incident surrounding Atlanta Hawks general manager Wes Wilcox, who apologized after making a racially insensitive joke at a season ticket holder event. Wilcox said, quote, "I know you guys may be angry with me, but I'm used to it because I have a black wife and 3 mixed kids, so I'm used to people being angry and argumentative."
Ooh.
Wow.
Shame on him.
Lonnie,
That's terrible.
as a comedian, do you think that there's anything funny about what he said?
This is the thing about jokes, okay? You need to leave the jokes to the comedians because the adjectives that he's using is really messed up. If you're going to do a self-deprecating joke, which is what he was trying to do, he should have talked about himself.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Instead of incorporate his wife and his family. If your wife is angry, it's not because she's black, it's because you made a stupid joke. That's why she's angry. Okay?
I would be offended if he called me just angry. What he said just wasn't cool.
That's what it's no way. And then the mixed kids, I think he's so proud of his family, but he was trying to make a point, but it's just a stupid point.
It wasn't,
funny.
It wasn't funny, and it wasn't a nice point.
No, that's the thing.
But sometimes men act like that. I mean, first of all, I'm sorry, guys. I mean, what do you think, Mel? I'm sorry. What do you think?
I just think any jokes about colour, period, should not be happening.
You're right.
That's my opinion.
We are very, very sensitive, and I think these are really good times to be sensitive because there are a lot of things that's happening in the country. So it's really good that we check when this type of thing happens and that people say, you know, I'm offended by that, and I want you to know why I'm offended, and let's do something about it so that everybody understands.
And maybe he'll learn and move on from the situation,
You guys
right?
may think this is wrong.
What?
But okay, you are a black woman married to a white man.
Yes.
Tell me if I'm wrong. Like, is it Mayor Bellagio? Oh, wow. Let me get that right. Bellagio is a hotel in Vegas.
Yes.
Mayor de Blasio in New York, he is married to a black woman. He walked into a conference, I think a press conference, and happened to say that to please excuse him for being late, he was on CP time.
Right.
Color people time.
Correct. So people were offended by that.
Because
And
color
obviously-
people time is supposed to be the stereotype 15
Maybe
minutes
I'm
late.
just
Yeah.
too
15 minutes late.
English. We don't do jokes like that in
No?
England. We really don't. Like, colour jokes are just not acceptable.
Well, I applaud England for
British
that.
thing. I really think it's a British thing.
Yeah. With that being said, a lot of people obviously were offended by this. And tell me if I'm wrong, but like, I low-key blame his wife.
Why?
Well, as the woman, you should be like, you should not be saying that. Like, I'm not trying to be funny, but like, even, okay, Israel was raised in a white family, but he was raised in a Latino community. So obviously now he's married to a Latino woman.
Yeah.
I would educate him and be like, don't say that. Like, that's not something you say. That's not funny.
Yeah, 'cause
like,
no,
is
this
there
is-
anything you've had to tell Adam, like, don't do that, don't say that?
Adam is just not that
Yeah, he's
type of
not.
person. He
Yeah.
just doesn't think, I think he'll agree with you, Mel, or he'll just say, leave it to the comedians. He doesn't even try to make racially driven jokes, because my honey
My
is
husband.
sometimes just not funny. So,
So it's not the race thing.
My husband all the time.
no. So I think he's just very careful just in general, you know?
But that's what you're supposed to be. And it doesn't matter whether you're married to somebody or not. I don't think it was the wife's fault because you don't know if the wife actually has probably told him. I think that he was trying to be funny. Again, this is me not thinking. And he just said, I'm going to make it funny.
Yes,
and
but,
it's not.
but what I see about what Adrienne is
trying to
saying
be
is that
cool.
when you're in a blended marriage or a blended relationship, friends, anything,
Some people
coworkers,
really don't know.
You have the gift to bring up and educate to each other things that you didn't know growing up in your culture.
Yeah.
I actually was checked. I was checked by my white husband, to be honest with you guys.
What'd he say?
What did you say?
I made a sandwich. You
put
guys know where I'm
mayonnaise on
going.
it?
You know where I'm
No,
going.
I know.
Go ahead.
They know where I'm going. So I made a sandwich, and I had some mayonnaise, and I said, Adam, do you want a lot of mayo on your sandwich? Because when I
say mayo.
I know, but it's kind of like a racial thing that white people love mayonnaise.
They do.
And black people love, fried chicken.
We like
but I
hot
didn't
sauce.
mean it. I didn't mean it in a derogative way.
did he
I was
say?
trying to help
I had no
him.
idea.
He said, Tamara, I don't like mayo just because I'm white. I actually hate mayo. So I was... Thank you, Adam, for teaching me
wow.
that
I
not
learned
all
that.
white
But
people
look,
like mayonnaise.
We're talking about a mayor. We're
I
talking
love
about a
mayonnaise.
mayor of New York, and the other man was the GM of an NBA team. So they're professionals. They should know better about jokes.
And we should help wherever someone
Yes,
doesn't
and
know.
be helpful. If you are a wife, if you are a friend, if you notice that someone's calling people
Yeah, but if they don't
Oriental.
listen, then they're going to have to find out publicly like they doing now.
Well,
so that's
hello.
what happens.
This was a PSA.
Yeah.
Glad we could help you.
You guys know we love to cook here at The Real, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to share with you this chef who's blowing up the internet right now. He's a Turkish chef who owns numerous steakhouses, has over 1 million Instagram followers, and he loves making videos of him seasoning his meat.
That sounds so
Pause.
He has been dubbed Salt Bae. Check out one of his cooking videos because I'm obsessed. Oh, salty baby.
look at-
Yes.
look at-
Yeah.
Drop it.
Beat that meat. Beat that meat. Oh, be gentle. Be gentle.
Rub it down.
Look at it.
Oh
Look,
my
look, look at that. Look at the swan. Is that the swan move? And sunglasses. He's too cool.
He is feeling himself.
Oh my
like I need a
goodness.
cold shower.
Cooking with sunglasses on.
And it's just do you find that sexy?
I find that very sexy, okay? Because if you know he do that with me, guess what he can do with your black tag?
I think Ann and I feel the same way.
But it's sexy about a guy who can cook.
That is
Cook
sexy.
Really
Yes.
well.
That is.
And a guy who has
yes.
swag enough to make fun of himself and have fun in a place like the kitchen. You don't
Exactly.
think?
But I
no?
think he's taking himself very seriously. He's not making fun of himself. Look, he really is feeling himself.
I say he's feeling himself, but he's also like, take that, mamacita.
Yeah, where did he get that move from? Like, I would have salt all over me if I saw it like that.
Really? I would have pushed that steak aside and threw myself down, like right here on the lower back.
You no. If Adam, Adam
Not
loves
like
to grill.
that. Not like that.
Oh,
I love to see. I think.
Look how he
You know what?
hit
It's
me,
just.
though,
I think he's
that's a little bit sexy. Come on.
Adam rubbed lotion on you like
Yes,
that.
he has, but not like. Ow! See. I thought that was just a little bit too hard. I do like it sometimes. I'm just saying. I do like it a little, a little rough, a little bit. But that he was doing that too hard. Don't hit me like that.
No, that's a soft pat.
No.
Let me show you.
No. Our next guest is best known for whipping contestants into shape for 12 seasons on The Biggest Loser. She's also a mom and a New York Times best-selling author. Her new book is called Yeah, Baby, The Modern Mama's Guide to Mastering Pregnancy, Having a Healthy Baby, and Bouncing Back Better Than Ever. Please welcome Jillian Michaels. I'm so excited. I love you guys. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, guys.
What made you decide to write a book to help women navigate pregnancy?
I must admit, it's definitely a category that I never thought I would go into. And to make a very long story short, my partner Heidi got pregnant with our son. Anyway, I don't know, I didn't at the time know anything about babies, maternity, but I do know about food and nutrition and fitness. So I was able to recognize extraordinarily poor or corrupted information quite honestly, at every turn, whether it's mainstream media when it comes to, the mainstream sites, the mainstream books, even at the fertility clinic, the doctor's offices.
Wow.
And I was horrified. And the truth is just that big business, whether it's food or pharma, has corrupted the space.
Wow.
And it's unacceptable. So it took me 4 years with a team of doctors and a nutritionist and a pregnancy fitness specialist, and here we are.
Wow.
That is
That's
so
great.
awesome.
Wow.
I want to ask you, what advice would you give to women that put a ton of pressure on themselves to get their bodies back? Snap back.
And first we have to accept that everybody worries about that. And it's you get attacked if you worry about it, you get attacked if you don't bounce back, you can't win. So you have to, number one, appreciate that the best way to do it is to have a healthy pregnancy. And then give yourself a minute.
Yeah.
Well, just be a mom. Give yourself a minute.
I love
It'll happen. And that's where it's like, look, manage the pregnancy. It's the best thing for mommy. It's the best thing for baby. And then it takes like 6 months to a year. Just give it a minute. If you want it to be lightning fast, you can. But at what price?
Yeah.
That is true.
At what price? So I say, give it a minute.
That's
Give it a
awesome.
minute,
you.
all right?
Like that.
Nice to hear that.
When Pink first had Willow, I got a phone call, I want to say like 3 months after, and it was, hey, Alicia wants to get in shape, or Pink, or however she used to address her.
Yeah.
But she doesn't want to see you for months. She'll call you when she's ready. And I was such a crazy fan. I was so excited. And like 6 months in, she's like, okay, I'm ready to get in shape. And I called a friend, Jeanette Jenkins, and we went in and trained her together. But I loved the fact that she's like, I'm a mom. Don't come calling until at least 6 months.
Yeah.
And then I'll think about it. And then she got in fantastic
She got
shape.
herself
and-
mentally prepared for
Yeah,
it.
but she took her time. I loved that.
I know for me, when I had my son and my daughter, I immediately wanted to start working out, but I wanted to nurse. And I think a lot of the time, some moms don't know, or they have a hard time accepting that sometimes when you nurse, you lose weight, but also sometimes when you nurse, you hold it on.
It's both.
Yes. So
It's
then
both.
you're forced to make a decision. Okay, do I lose the weight or do I think about my child first and give my child the best nourishment that they need at that time? And I chose to nurse. It took a while for it to come off, but I was a mom first.
And the thing is, with that, so first, if you have, let's say, 20, 30, 40 pounds that you need to take off, and hey, no judgment, that's fine.
Mine was more like 50, 60, 70.
And that's fine, and that's okay. But one of the things is that will help. You'll get off about, well, up to 10 pounds of it. But then when you're breastfeeding, your body needs that spare body fat. So then it will plateau and hold the weight. And then that is a decision that you have to make. You know, I don't pass any judgment if it's just about information.
Yeah.
So you need to know that and don't try to lose it. So if you're saying, no, I am going to breastfeed, then expect that your body to do this healthily for both you and the baby will hold about 10 pounds. It'll come off when you stop.
You know, you also talk about infertility and your struggles with it. What advice do you have for women that are going through this?
For me personally, I have PCOS and endometriosis. And I've managed to manage those conditions very well with clean eating and fitness and so on. But, you know, the thought of multiple cycles of hormones, I was like, you know, it ain't that important to me to see my nose. So I don't need, you know, I want to be a mom, but I don't need to see it. I can adopt. I'm in a same-sex relationship. My partner got pregnant with our son. I got that little benefit. Super. If you choose to do it, fine. But one of the best pieces of advice I was given by an OBGYN who I really respect is she said, if we're catching you at a younger age, freeze your eggs when you're 25. And I said, why? Why would you spend the money and why would you go through the hormones? And she said, because when you're 40, you'll spend 10 times that amount.
Wow.
And you'll have to go through it again and again and again, which is far more dangerous. And this way, you have the luxury of saying, I have my genetic material in its prime. I can focus on my career, I can focus on my relationship, and at any given point, you don't have to worry, you don't have to stress. I don't judge anyone, but that was a great piece of advice that I had heard, and I share it now.
That's good.
That's awesome. We know parenting can be a roller coaster with kids giving you the thrilling, bumpy, twisting ride of your life. You guys wrote in some of your most hair-raising, funny, but yes, we get it, frustrating parenting experiences, wondering if you handled them correctly. Well, wonder no more. We've got two moms in the house right here. We're gonna let you know if you're being mental or parental. I love this because it's always such solid advice for life. So we have a video message from Olivia Robinson out of Woodland Hills, California, right over here in this neck of the woods. Fox 11, hi everybody. Take a look.
Ladies, I need your help. Our 28-year-old son is still living with us in our one-bedroom condo, sleeping in the den area, loving it, not paying us any rent, driving my car that I pay the car note and the insurance. Why? Because I'm a sucker mommy and I thought I was helping my son out. We're empty nesters. We're supposed to be living La Vida Loca. We're supposed to be free, but we're not. So please help me. Am I being parental because I'm helping my son out, or am I mental because it's gone on for too long?
Mental.
Wow.
Okay, I hear what everybody's saying. I get it, but this is real. How do you kick out a loved one and motivate them? Because I feel like...
You just do it.
Yeah, you just kick them out.
Because you have to.
You set them up.
How?
The son is 28 years old. Listen,
Yes.
I have a soon-to-be 18-year-old.
Right.
Wow.
And that's in 6.5 weeks. And she better get out and get herself a job and or an apartment.
So she knows when
She
that date
knows.
comes.
Yes.
It's bye, Felicia.
100%.
Wow.
Well, when
100%.
T and I were still living with my mom and dad until we were 19. My mom and dad got tired of that, so what they did was they found our house for us and said, you see that house over there? Okay, it's now time for y'all to get out. So they kicked us out as well.
So that's a compromise. She
Yeah.
can actually be helpful and maybe helping him look for a place.
Yes.
That would be parental, but having him stay there any longer would be mental.
Well,
It's mental.
Okay.
You got like...
I think that it depends on the economy and what's happening with him. If he can't find a job, because I mean, it had got to a point where I had to take care of my mom and my brother together because of the economics. So if it's really an economic thing where he can't find a job, you know, maybe you need to try to help him to find one.
Yeah.
And really encourage him and maybe set some deadlines. I mean, it's like what I do if I'm living with a guy and I'm tired of him. I start, you know, telling him,
my
I'm gonna give you so many months you know, to get yourself together and get you a place. And if not, I'm going to be leaving and you won't have a place, okay? So,
yes, there is a difference between laziness and actually being in a situation, in a circumstance that is stopping you from actually going out and getting your own place. But if he's just being lazy.
Right. If he's just being lazy. But if you're being like this parent and you're, you know, you really care about him, really talk to him and sit down and find out what is going on with him, because it might be something that he's afraid to tell you, and maybe you guys can work it out, because 28 is old.
28 is very old.
We're lucky enough to have Mel B hanging out with us all week, but we're about to get even luckier. She and her husband own the delicious West Hollywood restaurant, Serafina Sunset. So you know you had to ask him to stop by, and today he's going to cook us a little something. We're in the kitchen with Mel B and Stefan Belafonte.
Yay! I love it. Welcome, Stefan. Okay, we're so excited that you are here because I'm hungry, like always, and I know that this is about to be amazing. Do you guys cook together at home a lot?
Let me just say this. I do not cook.
No, she does not. She could burn water, but...
I'm not that bad. I am bad. I am bad. I don't cook because I don't need to cook, because you cook.
That's
I like cooking. I like cooking. My little
That's your
thing.
passion.
My passion. Cooking is good. My wife loves good little tube steak. We put it on the grill, and my wife is the happiest thing I could ever.
What's a tube steak?
You just eat them all the time. You just don't know what they're called.
Yes. Okay, well, you two own the restaurant Serafina Sunset in West Hollywood.
Which I love.
What made you want to open it up?
Were you being rude? Were you being naughty already?
No, I was just talking about steak.
Okay.
Anyway.
Oh, damn.
Oh, my gosh!
I didn't even know.
Stop.
I just got a visual.
You got it?
I just got it.
I just got it. Yeah.
No, it's not.
I was like, Mel, it's delicious. What the heck?
That was definitely very naughty.
Got it. Okay,
yeah.
so what made you guys want to open up the restaurant?
You know what? We actually, my wife and I love food. We love eating out. We used to eat at Serafina in New York. There's 15 of them.
Yes.
And we became really good friends with Fabio and Vittoria, who created it. And we said, you know what? We want to bring this to the West Coast, so we are opening 8 of them on the West Coast. And also Las Vegas. First one.
And the food is so good. It's Italian food.
Okay,
so the food is
Stefan,
delicious.
let's talk, please.
Yes.
More cooking. What are you preparing for us?
We're doing a lemon farfalle today. Very basic, simple, but sexy, as all food should be sexy. You know, we have our shrimp. We have our pasta right here, and...
You're going to show us how to do it.
Yes,
I
I'm
don't
going to
even
show you
know
how to do it.
this.
Oh, it sounds good. I can't wait to
smells
try it.
good.
How do you make the sauce?
Let's start with the
Okay,
sauce.
you make the sauce real quick. You have some white wine.
Ooh, it's already sexy.
Throw in your butter.
Okay.
Your butter going. Then your butter. A little bit of onions.
Okay.
Yay.
You can have a little bit of salt there.
But can you get that off your elbow?
Can you
What's
pop
on
it?
your elbow?
Salt,
We
babe.
need a little bit more.
No! God.
He doesn't.
Oh,
You know what I think? Yeah.
Killing it, killing it.
I like it, I like
White
it.
wine right here.
And we've got
A little bit of level.
Okay.
Lemon, and you throw your shrimp right in there.
Oh.
Now you're going to cook your shrimp for about 30 seconds on each side.
Okay.
So
You got to get this
That
going
smells
right
good.
here.
Smells good.
And you throw in your little bit of cream.
Got it. So you're doing the
cream
sauce
after. See, I always mess up and do the cream first and then it burns.
Oh, no, no,
Smart.
no, no, no.
So what do you add to the sauce once the shrimp are actually cooked through?
This is all done right here.
Right
You
there,
just-
that's it.
Oh.
Yeah, this is it. You just
Wait.
season. You can add a little bit of Parmesan, a little bit of...
It's
Yeah.
easy.
Yes,
That
it's easy.
smells so good,
Yes.
Stefan.
Oh,
See,
my
I
God.
think I could actually make this because this is very simple.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, my wife made me some chicken one time, and I was like this.
Why are you saying that?
Oh, it's like wood, huh?
I know how to make chicken if I had to.
Okay.
All right.
That's what you
Anyway.
say.
We'll
So-
stick with the pasta today. What kind of pasta are you making?
So we have a bow tie farfalle right here.
Okay.
And then
fancy.
you add that into
Just
there.
told everyone that I can't make
Oh my
chicken.
God, that smells bomb.
Okay?
It does.
Yes. Then you put this, you kind of
that
mix it
smells
all
so
together. And through the magic of television, it
Yes.
pops out like this. And this is what it looks like.
Give me that food. Give me that food.
There, everyone has their food right now.
I'm ready, I'm ready.
Try.
And this is, oh yeah, we need a fork.
Okay, we're gonna.
Fork anywhere?
No, you're kidding me.
This
No,
is
that's
really
so
good.
easy.
No,
Yes.
this is so good.
Yes, yes, yes. It
Oh
is
my
amazing.
God, flavorful.
That
Oh
is
my
good.
God, I can make this.
No.
Yeah,
see?
The roast-
This
oh
is
my
really
God.
good.
You
Right,
feel
good.
it.
Thank you so much, Stefan, for stopping by and cooking for us.